Yes.
This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the afternoon show presented by ESEN. Oh, excuse me. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez and Big Glenn. How's it going, guys?
Doing good, man.
Yeah, go good, go good. Well, guys, let's jump right into it. Let's jump into some college football. The rankings came out last night. A few changes, not a whole lot in the top 10, some on the back end of the top 25. Then we'll talk about the bracket. But number one, of course, stayed the same: Ohio State, IU 2, Texas A&M 3, Georgia 4, Texas Tech 5. Oregon moved up over Ole Miss, moved into the number 6 spot. Ole Miss 7, Oklahoma 8, Notre Dame 9, Alabama 10, and BYU 11, Miami 12, Utah 13, Vandy 14, Michigan 15. That could be interesting. Texas 16, USC 17. USC didn't drop a lot in that loss. Of course, they lost to a pretty good team at Oregon. 18, Virginia, 19, Tennessee, 20, Arizona State, 21, SMU, 22, Pittsburgh, 23, Georgia Tech, 24, Tulane, and 25, Arizona. Chris, anything stands out to you in that top 25?
I don't like the well, Michigan moving up so much kind of surprised me because they won against Maryland, but it wasn't like it was a real dominant win.
Yep.
So them moving up as much as they did kind of surprised me. I think they just done that because of the game this weekend, and if they win, they'll try to move them up. So it did surprise me that Michigan made it. Because what are they at now? They're 15. Like they're ahead of Texas now.
Well, they had a USC, and USC beat them, I believe, if I remember right.
This pretty much to me confirms Miami's not getting in. Because they're not going to be able to make the championship game, and whoever wins that conference championship game gets the automatic bid. And I don't think they're going to get an at-large bid.
I think the only way they get an at-large bid is Oklahoma or Alabama's going to have to lose.
Yeah, but what if? Okay, but then what if BYU beats Texas Tech in that conference championship game?
Yeah.
What's going to happen then? Because are you going to take Texas Tech all the way out?
No.
And then because that gives BYU an automatic bid, so that's going to push somebody out. That could actually, depending on what happens, could end up pushing Alabama out at 10 if that was to happen.
It's not impossible. I think Alabama's safe right now, but again, I mean, you're playing Auburn at Auburn. I know Auburn's not a great team, but that's a big rivalry game, and Auburn's upset before.
Even say Alabama wins, but if BYU was to beat Texas Tech, that means BYU is going to move up in that top 10 because they get an automatic bid for winning the conference. So that takes a spot.
Yeah.
If you leave Texas Tech in there, so that can end up pushing Alabama out, even if they win, which I think is crazy because I think Alabama's better than both those teams myself.
Chris, what happens if Michigan upsets Ohio State? Ohio State's in. But Michigan goes to the conference game. Do they have to win the conference championship game to make it? Or them making the conference game, does that get them in?
Yeah.
I mean, if you beat the number one team in the country, how does that not get you
in? It'll be close to. How would Michigan make the conference game over Oregon?
Well, I don't know about Oregon. I know they would make it over Ohio State if they beat Ohio State. I'm not sure, but see, Michigan's only got one conference loss, so I don't know, and Oregon's only got one loss, so I don't know
Yeah,
how that tiebreaker works.
because they haven't played each other. So yeah, I'm not
Right.
sure how that would
So
go.
I'm not sure on that tiebreaker. I just know that would put Ohio State. I think it would put Michigan beating Ohio State would put Ohio State out of the conference championship game, I believe.
How would that put them out? Because they'd only have one conference loss.
Well, I guess it goes head to head.
Yep, conference record in that way.
I think it goes head to head since they played and they beat them. That would eliminate Ohio State. I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah,
Another question. What if Texas upsets Texas A&M? They're only a spot behind Michigan. Don't get them in the conference, but could that? Again, I think they need some losses. They would need Alabama to lose. They need Oklahoma to lose. If Oklahoma lost, Texas actually beat Oklahoma, so that would help their case. But I think Texas would have to have help.
Yeah, Texas definitely needs help, and especially the way they lost their games.
I don't like I don't really like the way they got the top 10 set up. How do you?
The projected bracket is crazy as hell too, man, because they got freaking Tulane being the last team in.
Personally,
well, they have to.
I know. What?
Then Tulane the conference, so they'll be in.
They're the highest ranked non-power 5, so they automatically get in. Which I was getting ready to say. I think that's stupid. I understand you're trying to make it where everybody has a chance to participate, but there's no way Tulane should be in front of some of these other teams.
Yeah,
and the way they're doing it, you're giving the 4th seed a big advantage. Over the other seeds. If anybody should get that advantage, it should be the number 1 seed.
I mean,
the way they got the bracket, the 4th seed is going to play the winner of the 5 and 12, who's right now Texas Tech and Tulane.
Texas Tech and Tulane.
Yep, it'd be the 12-5 matchup. And the crazy thing is, are we really going to put in a team that's named the Green Wave that sounds like a freaking Hawaiian Punch flavor? You know,
Texas Tech's a good team, but I don't think they should be 5.
No. Well, I mean, look right now. IU too, and in my opinion, they would have the toughest game as a number 2 out of all the other teams. They would play Alabama or Ole Miss. Arguably, that's the toughest game.
If we lose to Ohio State, which don't get me wrong, I want to beat them, but if we lose to Ohio State, I hope we get blown the fuck out. Because I'd rather drop down. I'd rather drop down to 4 than 3. I'd rather be at 4 than 3. No, 4 because you still get the bye and you still have the home game, but you're going to be playing the 12 or the 5. You have an easier path. Yeah, you got to play the number 1 seed, but that's in the semifinals.
If the projected bracket goes the way they think it is,
which I think we can beat Ohio State, but if you're going to lose, you lose big.
Do this accurately. Lose the way that Purdue's going to lose tomorrow, you know. So,
or if you're going to let these teams in, like if you're going to the non-power highest ranked non-power gets in, when you get them in, they should be the lot. Make it. They shouldn't automatically get like a 5 and a 12. See it how you got it ranked, and that's the fairest way. Because even after the bye, your 1 seed's going to play the winner of the 12 and whatever. But just to do it the way they do it, because like, why is the 4 seed getting that advantage? It just don't make no sense.
Well,
me personally, I would have Georgia at 3 over Texas A&M.
Even though Texas A&M ain't lost.
Even though they ain't lost, but this is just going by my and eye test and the team. I think Georgia's a better team than A&M.
I can make I'd make that argument.
And I think I don't understand why Ole Miss dropped back to 7. And that makes no sense to me because I'd have Ole Miss probably at 5, and then Oregon at 6, and then maybe Texas Tech.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to wrap my head around the
Here's my
Tulane
thing:
being.
who's Texas Tech's best win?
BYU.
Yeah,
Yeah, nothing special. They should
But,
probably
but,
they should fall back a little bit.
but this is what people keep saying. They want to talk about the rankings and you beat ranked teams, but everybody's talking about BYU. Well, they've played a lot of teams that's going to be bowl eligible. Yeah, but if you look, they're not ranked. Yeah, they may be bowl eligible. They may be 500 or better, but they're not bowl eligible.
same way with Texas Tech.
Well,
You know what? You know what
I
the real crazy thing is though, and we haven't really touched on it yet because we haven't spoken about Ole Miss. What if Lane Kiffin takes a job and shit, and he can't coach during their playoff run? That could affect their ranking too, from what I've seen.
That'll affect their ranking. But I think if he leaves, I think he's going to still coach the playoffs.
Well, guys, I'll tell you another team. I know Vandy's played a tough schedule, but they haven't beat anybody that's ranked. I think if you look at the thing, they beat nobody that's ranked.
You mean all those games?
Texas A&M ain't really beat anybody that's ranked.
Yeah, Vandy's got 2 losses, but they ain't beat nobody. I mean, they play a very tough schedule. I'm not putting them down, but they ain't beat nobody that's ranked.
A&M got lucky.
A&M has the one win against Notre Dame. That's the only team that they've. That's the only, basically only ranked win they really have.
I wouldn't be shocked if Texas might beat them.
Yeah, the way
I wouldn't be shocked.
The way that Texas played last week, yeah.
And I know people aren't a fan of this, but I think Notre Dame should be higher than 9.
Yeah, definitely true.
I know they ain't played. You can say they ain't played the toughest schedule, but they look pretty damn good.
They look good, but again, after the first 2 games, Chris, they don't have a real great win. USC is the best win. And honestly,
yeah, but that's a better win than what BYU or Texas Tech has.
Well, I agree.
Who else has BYU beat? Cincinnati?
I think Tech did beat a pretty decent Utah team. So they beat BYU and Utah. I mean, I know BYU. I mean, if you look at right by the rankings, BYU's 11, Utah's 13. Texas Tech beat them. I mean, again, I don't know if Utah's a top 13 team in the country. I definitely don't think BYU's a top 11 team in the country.
I think Notre Dame destroys both of them.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame beats both of them. I agree. I mean, in my opinion, I think USC would have a good chance to beat BYU. What do you think?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, Glenn, your take, was there anything that surprised you?
Oh, I've pretty much already touched on it. It's pretty much Tulane being in the projected 12 spot.
Well, there's another team that could sneak in there, guys, and that's James Madison.
Yeah.
James Madison could end up getting that spot.
What if James Madison ends up getting into it and somehow they win their first game and
it'd be where if they get in, it's going to be where Tulane's at. And the problem with James, the only good team James Madison played all year long was Louisville, decent team, and they lost to Louisville by 14.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of tough to put these teams in there. But
imagine if IU played James Madison in the playoffs. That'd be they'll be talking about that all week.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is they're going to end up going to 16 teams because people are going to be bitching, and that's what's going to happen.
Like
you'll still have people bitching when you go to 16.
Oh yeah, that's true. They ain't never going to stop.
Like that Paul Feinbaum and his SEC agendas and swinging from the big ass elephant's nutsack, in their tails. And that's a shot at Alabama, obviously, but
Let me ask you guys this. Let's look at the bracket. Okay, it's number 5 and 12, Tulane and Texas Tech. Chris, who wins that game?
Texas Tech.
I think Glenn would say the same thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, number 9 against number 8, Oklahoma. Who wins that game?
Ooh, damn, that's a good question.
I
I
think
think
Notre Dame.
I think
Oh
Notre
yeah,
Dame by a field
Notre
goal,
Dame.
Okay.
like 20, like 24-21, if I had to guess.
Number 11 Miami against number 6 Oregon. I got Oregon.
Oregon.
Well, that's not going to be who they would.
As of right now, that's who they play 6-11.
Yeah,
No,
the
but
projected bracket.
Miami's not going to be in there.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just going by the bracket right now.
Yeah, but it would be Oregon, but
Yeah.
yeah,
That's probably going to change.
that's probably going to be either
Texas.
Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh or SMU.
Yeah, it's going to be the conference winner. See, they
that's
got
right.
Miami up there, but that conference winner's got to get in there. So it's
Or
probably not
Virginia.
Miami.
It basically
Virginia.
could be Virginia, SMU, or maybe Pitt.
Pitt, yeah. Number 10, Alabama against number 7, Ole Miss.
Shit, I gotta go with Ole Miss.
Ole Miss if Lane Kiffin's coaching.
I say Ole Miss if Lane Kiffin's coaching. I say Ole Miss, but also because that game would be at Ole Miss.
Yeah,
not at
Ole
Alabama.
Miss.
Okay, so
if Kiffin's not coaching, then I would lean toward Alabama.
Going by that bracket, the next round would be Texas Tech against Georgia. Who you got?
Georgia by 50.
Okay.
Georgia.
Okay. Next game, Ohio State would be Notre Dame. Ohio State, Notre Dame.
That's the championship rematch, ain't it? Yeah, because
I'm taking Ohio State.
Shit. This is a hard one because I think Notre Dame can get them, honestly. But they would. You know what? I'm gonna go chaos. I want to say Notre Dame because I can't stand Ohio State.
Man, I wish I'd seen the Ohio State IU game before I had to answer this.
Yeah.
Because I've seen Notre Dame be in close games. I haven't seen Ohio State yet. But
I think Notre Dame. Yeah.
I would lean toward Ohio. I'd go Ohio State as of right now.
Okay, Oregon, Texas A&M.
I like Oregon.
I do too.
Oregon.
Okay, I think most of us picked Ole Miss. Would be Ole Miss or Alabama against IU at IU.
IU. It's gonna be cold as fuck for whichever one comes up there. It's gonna be like the Ohio State and Tennessee game last year.
Okay, but going by this bracket, you'd have Georgia against Ohio State or Notre Dame. Man. I'm going to Ohio State. I think Ohio State would beat Georgia.
Man, I think it'd be a great game to watch. I think I'm gonna go with Ohio State as well.
Even if it's Notre Dame in Georgia, for me, I probably would go to Notre Dame.
Okay, and then IU and Oregon.
This is the one game I don't want to see, but I know it's a possibility. All I got to pick is first.
IU.
I don't want to see it because I know what could happen. Because when you play teams multiple times over a season, especially in college, it's
but one good thing this time it wouldn't be in or it wouldn't be in
order. It would be a bowl site. It'd be neutral site.
Yep. So we're all thinking IU got a good chance. Of course, we're homers, so I understand that too. And we're thinking maybe Notre Dame or who'd you take, Chris? Ohio State or Georgia?
Ohio State.
I'd love to see all Big Ten championship.
I do think there's a chance we could see a rematch of the Big Ten championship game for the national championship.
Absolutely.
Really do.
In the semifinals or the finals, it just depends. It depends whoever loses that game if they get the 3 seed or the 4 seed.
Yeah,
they have to get the 4 seed to meet in the semis. If they get in the 3 seed, they can meet in the finals.
Like I said, if we lose that game, I hope we get the 4 seed.
3 seed wouldn't be terrible.
It wouldn't be terrible, but
it's hard to say because this bracket's going to change a lot. But it's going by where the bracket is now. Okay, guys, a little hot seat before we do some NFL.
I would pick IU over Notre Dame. That would honestly be the greatest national championship game of all
time. That'd be crazy. And we owe them from last year.
Yes.
Um,
An All Indiana National Championship.
Yeah.
The
Shit.
sports media world would melt down. Oh, a small
Yeah.
little state of Indiana. Nobody wants to
yeah.
see that game.
Oh yeah, they would. They
Paul,
would.
Paul, Paul Feinbaum would have a freaking. He'd
Yeah.
probably retire at that point.
Hopefully, he has a heart attack and don't come back. I didn't say die. I said just don't come back.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Should Texas get in the playoffs if they beat Texas A&M? Chris, your opinion?
Excuse me. It depends. It would depend on what happens in front of them. I think some teams would have to lose. I think just them beating them. I don't know if that'd be enough to get them all the way in, because I don't see them. I don't see them dropping A&M all the way out.
No.
So if you don't drop A&M all the way out, who are you going to take out to put Texas in front of?
I think
And-
Oklahoma or Alabama's got to lose, especially Oklahoma because Texas beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, my thing
I,
with
I agree too. I think they would have to have some help. I don't think them just winning on its own would be enough to get them up that far.
I feel like they should be Texas should be in consideration to take one of those last spots, but they need people ahead of them to fall. And the reason why I say that in unison is because, well, their loss they lost to Florida. They got kind of blown out by Florida. Lost very bad at the very end to Georgia, quite embarrassingly. So those are several knocks I'm sure that the committee is looking at.
Yeah, but if you beat Oklahoma, who was 8, and then you turn around and beat number 3 Texas A&M, that helps you a lot.
Yes, it does. It kind of like cancels it out in a way, but I still think they'll need help ahead of.
Okay, guys. Next, this is some matchups that we could see in the tournament. I'm gonna ask you who would win. Who wins if Alabama plays Ohio State?
Ohio State.
Okay. What do you think, Chris?
I really like this Alabama team too. I've been a big fan of theirs all year, but they just haven't played it consistent enough for me. Hell, they should have beat Oklahoma and they turned the ball over 3 times that game, or they'd be ranked a lot higher than what they are. But I'm gonna have to go with Ohio State.
Okay. Glenn said Ohio State. Okay.
Who wins?
Yeah,
the game would probably be at Ohio State or at a neutral.
Yeah, it would be
ground.
Because if the SEC teams that come to us in that way, and when I say us, I mean like us, like Ohio State or IU, they're gonna struggle in the cold. So,
who wins between Notre Dame and Oklahoma?
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame. I don't think Oklahoma is consistent enough on offense. Oklahoma has a good defense, but Notre Dame has a good defense, and Notre Dame's offense can score some points.
Okay, guys. IU, Texas A&M.
IU.
I agree. Texas Tech and Oregon. I think that could be a good game.
Oregon. Yeah, I feel like that could be a good one as well, like a 35-31 kind of game.
Texas Tech had one bad game. Against Arizona State, who's now ranked. But I think they're number 20 now. But they had that one bad game. Other than that, they've looked pretty good this year.
I just don't get how you're number 5 and you have a bad loss and you haven't really beat. I guess you beat BYU. I guess they're saying Utah.
You beat 11 and 13, but yeah, I don't know if you should be 5. I agree with you. I think they're too high. Okay, next up. Who wins between BYU and Miami?
Miami.
Honestly, I think BYU.
I think BYU could run football on them.
I really haven't been impressed with Miami the times I've watched them. Yeah, they was able to get that Notre Dame game at the beginning of the season, but then I watched them play Louisville, and they looked bad. They haven't been consistent enough for me. BYU's been pretty consistent, other than one game against Texas Tech.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why I chose Miami, I feel like talent enough that they can get by.
Yeah, Miami's not played as well the second half of the season as they did the first half. So I don't know. BYU's got that strong running game. I think BYU would get them. Switch gears a little bit. Wanted to bring up IU basketball real quick. Chris, they've beat Marquette so far this year, and they beat Kansas State, I believe, yesterday. Uh, and they're 6 or 7-0. They're now in the top 25. What do you think? You think? Do you believe in these guys? Are they a top 20 team? Are they a team that can compete well and maybe make the NCAA tournament? And what do you think about IU?
I think they have a chance to. I do think they're a top 25 team right now. I do. I like we're aggressive. We're playing a pretty fast paced, aggressive. A little bit different for IU basketball than what we've had over the last few years. So I think this guy's really going to turn it around. I think we have a chance to make the tournament this year. I think we're going to have a pretty good season. I'd be able to answer this question a little better after I get to see him play a couple Big Ten conference games. But no, the way they've looking so far this season, I really like. We're definitely looking better than what we have the last couple of years.
I watched some of that tournament they've got on TNT. I've seen Houston play a little bit. Houston got beat last night by Tennessee. So yeah, I've watched a little bit of that. They've got
Jay probably cried himself to sleep last night.
Probably.
I sure hope he didn't cry in the turkey. You know, that turkey he was roasting. But as far as IU is concerned, IU basketball tournament, I think we'll make it. Question is, can we keep up and be able to compete with Purdue? Purdue is the king right now. I think we're just a tier below them right now, but I think we could probably make things interesting for them.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I think the Big Ten, we start another week or so with Minnesota. I think early December, around December 5th or 6th, I think, we play Minnesota. So the Big Ten schedule will start. But
also, Michigan State looks pretty good too.
Yes, Michigan State looks pretty good, and there's I think 4 or 5 teams ranked in the Big Ten.
Michigan's pretty good as well.
I think Big Ten's got 4 or 5 teams in the top 25. So
there's a guy that lives on my floor that is an big IU fan as well, and me and him spoke about this the other day. I think like you have like Purdue, like a first tier, but we're like tier 2, teams in the Big Ten as far as being able to compete. So we're getting there. We're not the bottom tier like we were, man. So.
Chris, I haven't really seen them play this year yet. You said they're aggressive. Are they still relying on the 3-point ball? Is the defense better? What do you like about this coach? I know we got a new coach. I know you told me you was high on him. You thought that. I've heard other people tell me the same thing. They really think this coach is going to turn things around and be there for a while. What do you think?
Yeah, I was a fan of what he done for West Virginia the last couple of years there, and before that he was somewhere else, and he's won everywhere he's been. The thing I like, we're scoring points. Like we scored 86 points last night. Like if you look at a lot of the IU basketball in the past, hell, we got it is rare we get in the 80s. I like that, and defensively, his teams are going to play defense. He stays on them. We play defense. They're going to take some threes because that's the style that it is now, but I don't think we're relying on the 3 as much. But yeah, we're aggressive. He's trying to play a little bit more with more tempo than what we have in the past.
Okay. Okay, guys, before we get out of here, I wanted to bring up a little Major League Baseball. And
Because I mean, look at this, Dad. Real quick, we played Marquette. Or wait a minute, let me get to the first game. Okay, first game we scored 98 points. Second game we scored 100 points against Marquette. Then we scored 101 against Milwaukee. Or wait a
Wasn't that
minute.
game? That game just
Wait
scored
a minute.
98 points against
No,
like
wait a
Lindenberg
minute.
University or some shit.
yeah,
We scored. Then we played. Then we only scored 69 points in it, but then we scored 73 and 86. So we've been over 80 points every game but two.
That's a high scoring offense right there.
well, better
Especially
than
for what we've been used to with IU.
Yeah.
Recently, I used to have trouble scoring consistently. That's going to
Yeah.
be the thing if they can stay consistent, because that's been a big problem for IU. They would go into droughts where they couldn't score the basketball, and it would kill them.
And it'd be lucky to see a 60-point on the scoreboard, most
Yeah,
nights.
so we've only had two games under 80 points so far. So I do like that. And we haven't gave up. It's not like we're giving up a bunch of points either. We gave up 69, 53, 61, 70. 77 is the most points we've gave up this year.
Yeah, but we ain't played a real tough schedule yet. I mean, Kansas State's decent, and so's Marquette. But we'll get ready to hit them. I think we play Kentucky. I think we play Louisville this year. I mean, we're gonna play UCLA and the conference,
Giants.
Michigan, all those teams.
I call those teams the Giants of college basketball. Some blue bloods right there.
No, Joe, we will not be live tomorrow.
No.
Wonder how many people are gonna be upset tomorrow night when they say, "Man, I'm gonna watch out Bears." No, tomorrow at 3:00, I'm gonna watch our Bears game and find out it's on Prime, and they're not gonna be watching the game.
Yeah. Everybody gonna be thinking it's on CBS at 3:00.
Yep. Gonna be upset people. Before we get out of here, I want to bring up a little Major League Baseball. Of course, we had a trade yesterday, and I looked into some possible trade rumors. And a team that's kind of surprising me in free agency and maybe possible trades, it's getting brought up. The Pittsburgh Pirates are looking. Heard they're very interested in trying to get the Schreiber, the guy that we want to go to Cincinnati, but I don't think we're going to get him. I don't think we'll pay $30 million a year for him. But I heard Pittsburgh is trying to make runs for some players, try to get some offense, and to go with that pitching staff they got. So, Chris, do you think Pittsburgh will follow through, Chris?
I'm gonna say no, just because they've never have.
Yeah.
This ownership has never really put the money up to try to do that. It'd be nice to see them try to do it. For one, they're in our division, so it's always. I mean, hey, the more good teams you have, it makes it funner to watch. But also, I mean, with the young players they have, like Skeen, with the young guys they have in that pitching staff, it'd be nice to see them try to build something and see if they could get something going. But I just don't. The ownership hasn't showed me that they're going to go all in. So it's hard for me to think that they're going to now.
I think if Schwarber goes to any team in the NL Central, it's going to be to freaking Cubs. And not only that, even if Pittsburgh is trying to build a team around Paul Skeens, they're honestly, I'm going to sound like Frankie the Yankee when I say this, but I honestly feel that way because we've seen it so many times. Paul Skeens is probably going to be a Yankee at some point.
I don't know. The Dodgers are going to be in play for him too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'd be one of those two teams that have the money to be able to work with.
No, the Pirates are going to trade him in the division to the Reds, and then
Shit. Then we go on. Then we go on like a 19-9 run. That would be.
We're going to pick up Schwarber and.
Shit, that'd be Christmas right there.
Yeah, we got to get some offense.
Then we're going to have Mike Trout at the DH as well.
Damn,
It's going crazy. Come on, Dodger money now.
Shit, pass the link.
And believe me,
work, man.
the Cincinnati ownership ain't gonna spend that kind of money either.
Well, the
No.
guy, the owner done said that the payroll is going to stay about what was last year. He done said that. I didn't see him come out and say it's going to stay about the same.
Castellini ain't trying to spend the money. I think the only closest time he got spending money or doing anything of substance as far as making the team better was getting Tito.
If because we're all Reds fan, Frank Kingdom's not here or Jay. If our team can make one move and get a player, make a trade for a player, or get a player in free agency, Chris, and go to you first, and then Glenn. Who would you like to see the Reds get?
Probably Schwarber if we could because we need a big bat. But like I said, I just don't see the Reds spend that kind of money on him. I don't really know who all's free agents off the top of my head.
I believe Suarez is a free agent. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
we were rumored to try to get him.
Yep.
Before the season, but I'd be surprised if he don't re-sign with Seattle.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Sorbo or Suarez for me. But if Castellini is set on how much he wants to pay out next season, then the team is probably going to stay the same, unfortunately.
I think they're maybe willing to make a move, but if they make a move for somebody, that means somebody else is going to go. So that's going to be the thing. Who goes and who stays will be the interesting thing with the Reds. Well, it's getting that time of year. But, I mean, it's about that time of winter meetings, and you may hear some more trade.
No more Dodgers signing big bad players. I'm getting tired of seeing that shit.
I think they're going to. I think there's a real good pitcher out there from Japanese pitcher that's going to be available.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's
I'm
surprised.
sure the Dodgers are going to be interested. Well, guys, that's all I've got. We won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, but we'll be back Friday. We'll be talking some college football because there's some Friday games and Saturday games, some big games, and we'll be talking NFL also on Friday.
We're not going to talk about any of the NFL games tomorrow?
No, I'm not going to be here tomorrow.
I think Tony wanted to get Ted today.
I meant today. We were going to talk about the Thanksgiving NFL games?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Let's do that.
I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot all about it. Okay, let's go right to it, guys.
I was going to let you go with that, but I'm okay with staying on for that.
Okay, let's go with the first game tomorrow. Green Bay at Detroit. Guys, what do you think about that game? Big Glenn, what do you think about that game?
Shit, it's a good question. I think I'm going to go with Detroit by a field goal.
Yeah, I think Detroit's going to put it on a little bit. Green Bay's having trouble putting up points. This is Thanksgiving. Going to be at Detroit. I think Detroit beats them by at least 10. Chris?
Where's this game at?
It's at Detroit. Jay?
It's in Iowa.
No, I like Detroit. I like Detroit in this game. I know Detroit didn't play great last week, but they found a way to win that game. I think they'll play a lot better this week. And the Green Bay offense just has not been able to score points consistently since they lost Kraft. So I think Detroit's going to be a little bit too much for them.
It's a big game for Detroit too because they lost to Green Bay earlier in the year, and if they want to stay for a chance to try to win that division and stay up with Green Bay and Chicago, they got to win this game. It's a must-win for them. Next up, guys, Kansas City at Dallas. Chris, what are you thinking about this one?
I think the Chiefs are going to win this game.
Okay.
I do think it'll probably be a pretty good game. A lot of it's going to come down to how Dallas's defense plays. But I think the Chiefs' defense will be able to slow the Cowboys' offense down some, and then it's going to come down. It's going to come down to how much Dallas can keep the Chiefs held down. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Kansas City did have a key injury. Guy isn't ruled out. One of the offensive linemen, I think Smith, if I remember right, his name. I know he's a real good offensive lineman, and he's out for that game. So that could hurt Kansas City a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt him. All right, I'm gonna give you my answer now, Tony. Cause
Go ahead.
I'm a kind of promo here. It's gonna be Dallas. Patrick Mahomes ain't gonna get that Big Glenn Make a Wish kid luck that they had against our Colts last week. It's gonna be Dallas getting the job done on Thanksgiving Day.
It's a must win for both teams.
Yes, it
Honestly,
is.
I think it's more of a must win for Dallas than it is for Kansas City. But I think it's still a must win for both teams. Man, I'm going KC by field goal. Next up, Cincinnati at Baltimore. I believe Joe Burrow's coming back for this game. So interesting game. It's at Baltimore. Chris, what do you think?
I'm going with the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow coming back. I know they're not going to have T. Higgins, but they do get Jamar Chase back
Yep.
after the spitting situation. But this Ravens, neither one of these teams' defenses have been very good. And I know the Ravens have been on a streak and won some games, but they still haven't really looked that real great on the offensive side of the ball either. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Lamar Jackson's completely healthy. So I think the Bengals. I'm gonna go with the Bengals here. Pull off an upset.
Yeah.
I'm going with.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm going with Mighty Joe Shiesty and the freaking Bengals.
Yeah, man. I don't know. One thing about the Bengals, with Flacco, that they protected him better than they did the other quarterback. I don't know, because Flacco got the ball out. I think the offensive line started playing better because they started running the football too. That's something they couldn't do early on. They're running the football. I think they're playing a lot better, even though they're not winning. That's the thing that worries me. Even though that they're playing better, they're still not winning games. So that concerns me. And is at Baltimore. Baltimore hasn't looked great. They're winning games, but they haven't looked great. They haven't looked. The defense has played better. I'm going Baltimore at home by field goal. Hopefully, we're going to see 3 good games tomorrow. I hope. It should be a good day. I'm looking forward to it. Also, Friday, man, we got
I got a
Friday. We
question.
got the NFL game and college games.
Why'd they push the games back? Or am I wrong? But didn't on Thanksgiving, didn't the games used to always start like at noon?
Used to.
Yes.
Wasn't it like
I'm not-
12:30 and or like
Yes.
noon and 3 or noon and 3:30 or
Yeah,
something like
noon.
that? Why,
It was
why
like
they,
noon.
Why they push them
noon-
back to 1 and 4?
Yeah, because I
I don't
remember
know.
the year that you remember the year that we
1,
kicked
4:30,
the
and 8.
Lions. You remember the year that we kicked the Lions up in Detroit with Peyton Manning in 04? I think it was 2004. That game started at noon.
I was gonna say I thought they always used to start at noon on Thanksgiving. I thought it was like noon and then like 3 or 3:30.
They probably try
Then
to
when
keep
they-
it to where, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they done that, but and there's
I
a lot of
think
good college football on Friday as well. You got a bunch of college football games Friday and then a bunch on Saturday. So yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of good football this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe Gonzo. The reason why they moved back some of the games is probably because they got that third game now, and they've been doing that for 10 years now. Because we remember that first year that they did it, it was the Colts and the Steelers in Indy. So I think maybe that has something to do.
I was thinking last year it was like the game was like at 12 or I thought it started before 1. Maybe I'm wrong though.
Yeah,
I
I'll have to
don't
go back
remember.
and look.
Yeah. Tomorrow, man, just let everybody know we'll go over the college games, but and the for Friday and Saturday, and we got NFL game Friday and Sunday. We got games. We'll go over all those. But like Chris said, man, we got Texas A&M at Texas. We got Georgia Tech, Arizona and Arizona State play a late game. Both ranked teams, so some good games on Friday. Of course, Saturday, Ohio State and Michigan. Big game, Miami and Pittsburgh. That's a huge game for both teams. So I mean,
If Pittsburgh beats Miami, they could make the conference championship game and still have a chance.
you got
You know what's
LSU.
you know what's funny, Chris, is if Michigan beats Ohio State again, we're gonna see that one sign at like all the Raws and Smackdowns for like the next freaking year.
We got LSU at Oklahoma, Alabama at Auburn. So I mean, there's some big games this weekend. Looking forward to it.
Real quick,
God,
real quick. Do you think it'd be wrong if Notre Dame gets in and Miami doesn't, and they both have the same amount of losses, and Miami beat Notre Dame in the beginning of the year?
No.
it's tough because Miami did beat Notre Dame, but I also understand Miami's 2 losses are worse than Notre
No,
Dame's.
Dame's a lot. Yep.
But a lot of times they're supposed to go by head to head. So if you use that metric head to head, I think Miami should go over Notre Dame. So,
But you know they're
but,
going to do
but, but,
that.
well, Notre Dame's great win is USC, and the good win for Miami is Notre Dame. So shouldn't they go?
If you put the committee in it, you know they're going to choose Notre Dame every day of the week.
See, I think it should be. I think Notre Dame should be in over Miami.
I think
I,
Notre Dame's a better team.
I understand that head to head, but like if you're going to go do that, like okay, they lost to them. If you go look back, like then you almost have to cancel out anybody that's lost. Like it's lost to a team that ain't ranked. Alabama lost to Florida State. So
Yeah.
should Florida State get in the playoffs before Alabama?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Florida State garbage. So I mean, I don't know. I think if you everybody says that if you don't put Miami in, then it means that playing them games mean nothing. I think it's the opposite. If you put Notre Dame, you're saying yeah, Notre Dame lost that game, but you're encouraging. I think you're more encouraging them games because you're saying just because you lost to them don't mean that your season's over.
Well,
Yep.
I think what people are.
And it's going by. I mean, and here's my thing: if you put Miami, I don't know. I think Notre Dame ain't played the toughest schedule, but I think they played a tougher schedule than Miami. Myself.
When they expanded the four teams to 12, there's still going to be questions who gets in and who doesn't get in at the end of the day, and it's going to be the same thing.
I think Notre Dame's a top 6-7 team. I think they're that good. I really do.
I think they are that good. So that's what makes it tough for me. But I also I see the argument. If I'm a Miami fan,
I just don't.
I mean, if I'm a Miami fan, because Notre Dame ain't played a lot better schedule than Miami. I mean, it's not like it's just that they beat a bunch of ranked teams, because the only ranked team that they're going to beat is going to be USC.
Yeah, but I think if
Miami and Notre
Dame play now, Notre Dame beats them by 2 scores.
I agree with. I don't disagree with. I don't disagree with. But I mean, I understand the argument. I mean, when you got a team with the same,
Yeah, like I said, I understand the argument. But to me, I don't have a problem with if Miami gets left out and Notre Dame is in. I think Notre Dame is a better football team.
It'll be a talking point on ESPN.
To me, what the argument should be is Miami should be in ahead of Tulane. They should be ahead of these teams. These teams that don't play nobody that are getting these automatic bids. That's where the biggest problem to me is.
Okay, Chris. Let's say Oklahoma gets upset and gets a 3rd loss, and let's say Texas beats Texas A&M, and so that means Oklahoma and Texas both got 3 losses. Who do you take? Texas beat Oklahoma head to head, and then Texas also would have beat Texas A&M, but Oklahoma beat Alabama.
I'm probably going with Texas, honestly.
Or over those teams, would you say, okay, Miami would go over one of those teams? Because they got 3 losses. Because they got 3 losses.
I don't think I'm putting in Miami over either of those 2 teams.
I think if Oklahoma gets a 3rd loss, I think they'd have to drop below Miami, wouldn't they?
Potentially, yeah.
Oh, if Oklahoma loses, they're probably out.
Okay, if Alabama loses to Auburn, which I think it's more likely for, and I'm not saying Auburn's beaten, but I think Oklahoma's got a better chance of beating LSU than I don't know. LSU, I mean, the offense they can't score enough points, but Oklahoma don't score a lot of points. So that could be a defensive struggle. So we could see, but if Auburn does Alabama get in if Auburn beats?
I don't think so. No,
No.
not because they already have Alabama at 10. Like they're not
Yeah.
going.
There's no way they could they?
No, because just Auburn being Auburn, they're not very good. I mean, they're good, but they're not like.
And see, I think Alabama's a better team than Oklahoma. I know Oklahoma beat them, but
Technically, I think Alabama. You could make an argument that Alabama's the best team in the SEC. I mean, you can make that. They beat Georgia, right? So
Yeah.
they beat Georgia. They didn't play Ole Miss. They didn't play Texas A&M. I mean, you could make that argument if they could beat Texas A&M. I mean, I'm not saying they.
I think the best. I think the best three teams in the SEC are Georgia, Ole Miss, and Alabama.
I think Ole Miss might be the best team in the SEC. They blew that game to Georgia. Just absolutely, completely blew that game in the fourth quarter. They had them beat, and they just.
And this is why they got to change this shit in college football because it's ridiculous that you have Lane Kiffin, him and Ole Miss is put in this situation. And I'm not even Ole Miss, him and his players, because like he has to make a decision before the damn playoffs because of the transfer portal is in January. So if he waits till after the college football playoffs to take that job, then he can't get none of the guys out of the portal because the portal's only open one time. They need to move when that portal is open, and then they wouldn't have to have this coaching decision right now because it's not fair to Lane Kiffin or the kids or
No.
I mean any of them programs. Like it's just you're putting and now he's been put in a situation where if he stays at Ole Miss, he's going to be a hero. But if he leaves, he's going to be a villain, and everybody's going to hate him. And he didn't do nothing. He ain't done nothing wrong. Maybe go take it better. What could be a better opportunity?
Yeah, that's a victim of circumstance situation.
Do you think he's leaving?
No.
I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I ain't gonna lie. I keep going back and forth.
There's no doubt that he's been getting offers. So there are teams that are trying to vie for his services. But I think he stays because this is a great situation for him.
The thing I heard is LSU's offering $90 million.
I think we're getting Saban to LSU.
Plus, like I heard they've offered like the 20 plus the 25 million, at least 25 million a year for the roster. And I think that's on top of the 20 million they're going to be getting that like everybody is supposed to be getting. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I kind of still lean toward he's going to stay. I think some of it could be his agent. Because that's the thing people don't get. People, well, he should be worried about coaching, not Lane Kiffin didn't call LSU and say, hey, I want this job. LSU of Florida contacted his agent. His agent's doing that stuff. Lane Kiffin ain't doing. And the thing about his agent, that Jimmy Sexton, he's everybody's fucking agent. He's a lot of these other coaches' agent. So what Sexton is doing is he's helping his other guys, even if he's helping his other guys, because if Kiffin don't take this job, he's done ran the price up for these other guys to get paid more.
Yep. And he gets paid more money in his pocket,
Sexton has he has all the power.
Why hasn't Mississippi tried harder to get him re-signed earlier than they have?
See, that's what I'd like to know. I'd like to know if they've offered him an extension and he hasn't signed it. If they've offered him an extension and he hasn't signed it, then it makes me okay. He might be leaving. But if they haven't offered him an extension, that's all.
What the fuck are they?
That's all. This
Yeah.
being stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you should already try to get this over with. Like, dude, we want you. What's it going to take? Let's get this done.
Do
Hey,
what
how
IU did.
After Penn State coach got fired, what the hell did IU do? They heard Penn State wanted Cincinnati. What did IU do? Hey, let's get
Yeah.
this signed.
Here's the thing. What if Kiffin stays? Who's his coaches at LSU and Florida's going to get? Who's the next guy? You ain't heard nobody. You ain't heard no names.
Well, Penn State still ain't got nobody yet, have it?
I don't think.
Yep.
I don't think they've hired anybody yet.
It'll be. I think that's going to be going to Dable.
So I don't know. All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Yep, time to get the fuck out of here. Like in my Rick Carlisle voice.
All right, we appreciate everybody watching. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Be safe. Enjoy the weekend. Watch some football, and we will see you guys. Well, I guess we'll be on Friday, but then we'll
Friday.
and then
That's
we'll be
right.
back Monday. But yeah, we won't be on tomorrow. So everybody have a safe Thanksgiving. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room and at ESEN, and we'll see you guys Friday.